Got new emails leaked out by Wikileaks. They show even more bias at our direct competitor, CNBC. John Harwood, CNBC's chief Washington correspondent, sent this email to Hillary's campaign chair, John Podesta. The subject line, amazing. And in the body of that email, quote, that some people still think it's worth burning so much interview time with person most likely to be next president on her emails. Amazing. That's the heading. You may remember that Harwood moderated CNBC's widely panned Republican debate. Roll tape.
Let's be honest. Is this a comic book version of a presidential campaign?
It's not a comic book, and it's not a very nicely asked question the way you say that.
I talked to economic advisors who have served presidents of both parties. They said that you have as much chance of cutting taxes that much without increasing the deficit as you would of flying away from that podium by flapping your arms really hard.
Then you have to get rid of Larry Kudlow, who sits on your panel, who's a great guy, who came out the other day and said, I love Trump's tax plan.
That was a very good comeback by Donald Trump, by the way, but nonetheless, as we can see, exposed is the clear bias of John Harwood. Katie Pavlich joins us now. I didn't realize that the bias was so obvious and that our competitor, our direct competitor, was working so much hand in glove with one political campaign. I'm shocked, frankly. That's the truth.
Well, I am actually not shocked, unfortunately, but I think that you have to take a look at what John Harwood is saying here, and that he's perpetuating this myth that Hillary's email scandal is simply about emails. It was never about emails. It was about the fact that she mishandled top-secret classified information and put lives at risk in terms of our intelligence sources on the ground in places like Libya and Iraq as a result of having an unsecure server. So for a year and a half now, Team Hillary has tried to argue that this was, people are panicking over, quote, emails, when emails aren't the issue at all. It's about national security and whether someone wanting to be the next president of the United States who mishandled important information about that national security should in fact sit in the Oval Office.
I got it. All right. Now, tonight, a lot of people are saying, look, tonight is Donald Trump's last stand. He's way down in the polls. He's got to make a home run performance tonight. If he wants to win in November, I say he's got to stop, attack, and go with the issues. And that's what almost everybody is saying. Please, let's get to prosperity and growth. Let's get to the issues. Do you think he's going to take any notice of what people are saying?
I would hope so, if he really wants to win. And let's not forget that he said that if he did not win this election, it would have been a waste of time. So I do think that he still wants to win. And the debates are an opportunity outside of the political atmosphere of Twitter and people who pay attention to it like you and I do. The debates are an opportunity for people who only tune in at the important times, who go about their regular lives, to really hear what he has to say. And he has an opportunity to look into the camera and talk to the American people directly and say, your Obamacare premiums have gone up 60%. I'm going to change that by doing X. You feel unsafe as a result of this administration in terms of ISIS. We're going to do this to make you feel better.
You can attack on the issues. You can say, I've got a growth plan. You don't. You can say that.
And I think that he doesn't even have to necessarily go down the line of attack. I think that he can focus simply on what he will do as commander-in-chief to make people's lives better at their kitchen tables at nighttime, in their homes in Pennsylvania, in Ohio, in Indiana, in Kansas, in Texas, in all these places where regular Americans are very concerned about what the cost of government is doing for their bottom line inside their homes. And Trump has an opportunity to look them in the eye tonight through a camera and say, this is what I will do for you. I am more qualified to do it. And Hillary doesn't have your best interest in mind.
Let's see what happens. Katie Pavlich, we'll all be watching. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.